Hey guys, welcome to the Lovin Show. I'm back with Shireen, who's looking very cozy today. And this week we are joined probably by the most creative person that has ever sat at this table.
That's nice.
Very welcome to you, Sumayyah Suwaidi.
Thank you for having me.
Not at all. So you are fully immersed in the art, the fashion, cultural world.
Yes.
Tell us, how does that start, or what you're doing right now?
Yeah.
Ooh, what I'm doing right now is I'm curating art exhibitions. I'm working on my own artworks and participating in different art exhibitions within the UAE and outside the country. I'm also working on my jewellery line, my fashion line, and my handbags.
So she's pretty busy. She's very busy. So how did it all get started though? Like your love for art. Let's go all the way back.
Ooh, my love for art started when I was 16. I was sitting next to my cousin who just majored in graphic design in Dubai. And I saw her sitting and working on her computer, on Photoshop, and I said, you know what, I really need to have this. So I went home and I begged my aunt at that time, please get me a computer. I want one, I want Adobe Photoshop, and I want to work, and I want to create. By the time I was 18, I had my own website. So,
Oh my God.
Yes, I was the only girl
That kick-started very fast.
I was the only girl back in school in 1996 to actually have a computer and have internet.
Look at what?
Yes,
Did this make news back in the 90s in the
yes,
UAE?
96. That's
Amazing.
when the internet started in our country.
Oh my God.
So I was 16. I was in high school, so I would go to class, and I was like, "Yay! I have internet. I can email, and I have a website, and
Kids are still doing that now.
So yes, by that time I was already with my own website. I was designing banners and avatars, and people would ask me to design an avatar for them and for their accounts. And
So
that's how-
really you saw someone else do it, you were inspired by it, but
Yes.
the skill itself, did you kind of learn or study it from anywhere, or did it just come naturally to you?
It just I had to research a lot. And back then, I would do my website and I create it through HTML coding.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Yes.
The old
there was no like
G.
Wix.com or any of these websites that would help you do it. So yes.
So you fully built a website from HTML coding.
Yes.
I
Start to
mean,
bottom.
to us
Oh.
now, that's still like impossible. So that's incredible that you were doing it back then.
Amazing.
But-
I was very passionate about it. So
That's
yes.
amazing.
That helps.
I know about you through Shireen, because Shireen actually modeled for you maybe a couple of years ago at
Yes,
Comic Con or
yes.
CNXC.
And I still use the pictures. I still use them.
Oh my God, I still have the
They're
pictures.
classics.
Yeah, so I met her at Comic Con. You had a stand at the time
Yes.
for your art designs as well,
Yes,
right?
It
And
was
they were on like
specifically made for Comic Con, so it has all superheroes kind of.
yeah, and then we worked again the next time on we worked a lot together actually
Yeah.
when I think about it. Scene X Scene, another clothing brand of hers, which is, do you want to explain to them what Scene X Scene is about?
Scene is the letter S, which is for Sumayyah, and I started Scene because of my love for fashion. I had my multi-brand boutique in Abu Dhabi, and I always had different designers. Then my husband was like, Sumayyah, you have to have your own brand. You're good at this. You should, put
Yeah.
them up. You should sell. And that's when it started. 2011, I did my first collection.
Yeah.
And then 2002, I participated in the World Fashion event for Harper's Bazaar in Mall of the Emirates. So I had my
Amazing.
first fashion show, 2012. And then 2013, I did the International Catwalk Show during London Fashion Week in London. And then after that, I did Miami Fashion Week.
Yeah.
And that's how I built my brand. And which I believe that every designer who wants to be out there has to invest and create a name for themselves. It's not just enough to design and put it on Instagram.
So
yes.
branding is important. How would you describe kind of your aesthetic? What kind of pieces are you making?
I like to say I do some trendy ones because people love trend, but at the same time I do classic ones. So if you wear it,
Never goes out of
you will
style.
always wear it. For example, my abaya today, it's a green abaya that I've made 4 years ago.
Oh.
Yes.
But it's
And it's
green
still
and there's
something that
green,
you
it's
see, it's
black.
still something you
Black,
see
very
today.
cool.
So I can always wear it now, even after 10 years. It's still within trend.
Nice.
And that's what I noticed about her really, is that from the time I met her, she has not stopped creating. And that's what I really, really love. You and your husband both, when I was welcomed into their home, I was just like, this is like a home of creativity, and you just get inspired by it. And I just thought no better person to have on the show than
Nice.
Sumayyah, to
Thank
be
you.
honest.
Thank
And it's not just clothes, right? Because I'm looking at your hands,
Oh,
and when you walked
yes.
in, because we know that you're involved in fashion
You can
and
try
Glitz and
jewellery.
glam, sweeties.
Like you said, she doesn't stop, but it's fashion and jewellery. This is another range you're
Look at this.
working
I
on.
hope that I
Yes.
wish we could zoom in. But look at this, really classic pieces. She makes
beautiful.
use of pearls. And it's just like, it's nice that the simplicity of the design, because it means that you could wear it with a lot of different outfits,
Different
which I love.
outfits. You
It's
can
versatile.
put two together if you want to make it like a stronger piece. If you want it like a daily wear, it's easy. Even when you're in the office typing on the keyboard, you won't feel it.
It's
Yeah.
so dainty. Is it also under the same brand?
No, it's under Jewellery.
Johar Jewellery.
Yes.
Okay, so like we said, you've been working with jewelry, fashion, art. What's the project that has been gripping you right now? Like, what project has been gripping you right now, since you've been working across all board?
Right now, I'm very busy with my artworks.
Okay.
I'm trying to create a collection of photo collage pieces that I would like to display at Expo 2020.
Lovely.
I used my inspiration for these artworks is the Indian actress Deepika.
Oh.
So you'll see her in many of the paintings. I have them on my Instagram at the moment. I already did 4 and now I'm creating another 4. So many people, they comment and they say, oh, she looks like Deepika. I'm like, yes, she is.
She is Deepika.
And they tell me, you have to tag her, you have to, share it with her. She has to see this.
Yeah.
But I do tag, but I don't think she gets to see because she gets millions of tags.
Yeah,
so I
absolutely.
doubt that she'll get to see it.
No, next petition, comment on the photo on her Instagram and Deepika, DM Deepika, be like, oh my God, check out this work.
That's
We
how
have to-
things start.
Yeah, we have to do the most. We have to do the most.
So
That'd be nice.
we've talked about digital art, and also you just mentioned that Deepika is a kind of an inspiration for you. But you've been doing it for so many years. Has Emirati culture ever been an inspiration for you? Does that kind of change your art in any way, do you think?
It doesn't really change my art because it comes within. So it depends on the season or the moment. When it comes to the National Day, that's when the artworks that include my country, my leaders come in. And then when it comes to Ramadan, then it goes to more of the classical pieces with some calligraphy.
Nice.
Then it depends. But I'm the type of an artist who would paint or draw or create the artwork because I feel like it, not for a political reason, not for a religious reason. If you see my work, it's not religious, it's not political. It's just personal. For me, it's like my daily diary. Instead of sitting and writing, I'll be creating
Your
art.
form of expression.
Exactly.
That's beautiful.
So, and the time you'll find me seriously sitting on my PC, it would be when I am upset, when I am crying, when I'm so angry and I just want to take that out.
Yeah.
But when I'm happy, I'm out in the movies. I'm out
Living
shopping,
her life as we do.
shopping in the mall.
We sit at a PC every day. This is sad.
I guess that's one of the things about art. A lot of artists say it's like sometimes you really have to be in a different state of mind to create something that will turn out so beautiful. I find that so riveting.
It's just a way to exhale
Exhale.
everything you inhale during the day.
Yeah.
And with my busy life and with kids and family, it's sometimes it's very stressful.
True.
So
Can
you just
imagine.
take it out there.
Balancing,
Yeah, with
yeah.
some music.
Your own me
Yeah.
time, if you
Yes,
will.
it is fun.
So going back to that, you say that yes, you have children. It's busy it's kind of it's hard sometimes to balance that. But you also do come from a family of artists.
Yes.
So how does that work? I mean, like I said earlier, the house that when I visited you guys' place, it felt like a burst of creativity. Like, how does that work? Do you guys ever exchange kind of ideas, support each other? Like, how does that work being in a really creative household?
Being married to an artist is tough because we do judge each other's work.
In the best way, I'm sure.
Sometimes
Imagine.
we're very honest with each other,
That's good.
others' work,
Yeah.
and sometimes my husband will come and say, you know what? When you do some serious work, then come and talk to me. Or when you do some meaningful works, then come and show it to me. Sometimes
Oh.
yes.
But he gives you that push, which is
Yes,
good.
he does. And I'm like, yes, my work is meaningful. What are you saying? And he says, okay, next time. And then he goes away and then he comes back and he sees something really strong and says, this is what I wanted to see.
Nice.
So yes, he does push me a lot.
That's
and
nice.
and because of him, I went into mixed media because I've been a digital artist for so long.
Yeah.
And going out of that was from him. He's the one who pushed me to do that. And I did some mixed media pieces. And now I call myself a mixed media artist because I can do different things now.
That's amazing.
And as the UAE has changed a lot in the last 10, 20 years with such a huge kind of influx of expats, do you think the art and media scene has changed since you started because of the influx of expats?
Yes, of course. Many of my buyers are expats.
Oh.
Yes, they're the ones who love my work.
Interesting.
Religiously for us, it's we don't really have portraits in our houses. It's more of calligraphy, Quran, or you'll find our rulers' portraits in our majlis. But it's not something common to have surreal paintings in our houses. So my main buyers are expats and some of the royal family members.
Interesting.
So yes,
it's definitely
really
contemporary work you do. It's very new, which is interesting.
Yes, very much. And the surprising thing was I was once in Dubai, part of an exhibition where it was a global exhibition, and we had a number of people within the art scene, but they came from America. And they saw my work and they asked me, how do you do this? I said, it's digital art. And they said, what is digital art? And I told them, I come from the Middle East, from the middle of the desert, and I have to teach you what digital art is. You know, I have to explain it. You're the ones who are supposed to already know this. And they said, no, we don't know it. Please explain. And then I started explaining the work. Yes, and I was really surprised that it was so interesting talking to them, and they were so into the work that that day I had, I think, 2 or 3 buyers.
There we go.
Yeah, and when I showcased in America, in Washington, D.C., I had one lady actually cry in front of my pieces.
Oh, what did she say?
And she was like, your piece reminded me of my sister, and my sister who I will never ever talk to. She hurt me once, and I can never ever forgive her.
But your art literally evoked that emotion out of her.
Wow.
Because the painting was the same person in two different emotions. One was she holding a rose, and the other one she holding a knife.
Wow.
So it's a situation that she went through that changed her from being that rose lady to the knife lady. So she will never, go back to who she was. And she said, I'll never go back with my sister the way I used to be. Never.
It's amazing that she shared that story with you.
And she was tearing.
That's incredible.
I felt so bad. I was like,
was that kind of like was that kind of the first time? Do you have people in the UAE coming up to you and saying, hearing stories like that as well? It must be interesting.
I think for us culturally, we don't really open up that much with personal experiences. So yes, I do have some Emirati ladies or some Emirati men who say, I love your work is very beautiful, and I'd love to own a piece. But it's with the expats where it's more open.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that. By the way, also, we're seeing a lot of Abu Dhabi is becoming gradually such a great major art hub with the Louvre Abu Dhabi already set up and built actually for the UAE youth, as opposed to really for the public, which I think is really incredible. Do you think the local art scene is thriving right now in the UAE?
Very
or that it
much.
needs, or does it still kind of need support?
No, if you're in the arts, now it's the time to be seriously in it.
Thriving.
Yes. Now it is the time because you have every government entity, you have every private initiative. They all want artists, and they're all calling for artists. So when artists come to me and say, oh, I don't know how to start, I say, just Google.
Yeah.
Just Google art in the UAE. Look for open call exhibitions. Apply.
I do agree with that.
Yeah.
There are so many art-related events taking place in the UAE, literally on an almost daily basis. It's incredible.
No one has an excuse to say, I don't know where to start, or I can't exhibit my work. If you apply to so many places and they reject you, you need to practice on your work. Maybe there's something on you with the way you do your work that is not up to that standard that they're looking for. You need to practice. You need to look at other people's pieces, check them out, check other artists out, read more, and educate yourself.
And would you give the same advice to kind of teenagers, the youth who want to get involved in the art world, or would your advice be a little bit different to maybe teenagers?
No, it would be the same, because if they're talented, they'll definitely be in. So we never say no to talent. Me as an art curator, I never say no to talent.
Interesting.
So yeah, I do have exhibitions where I have kids
Yeah.
that were part of the exhibition just because they're so talented and they need that support. They need that showcase and that platform.
Yeah.
So why not?
That's
to start
amazing to know that
somewhere.
there is a platform for young people in the region that are interested in arts. That's amazing.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, definitely.
And we have one last question for you, which we love asking because it's really interesting to see the variations of answers they come up with and the people they want. But it's called the dream dinner table situation.
Okay.
So who would you have? 3 people that are alive in your dream dinner.
Oh, that are alive in my
Dead or
dream.
alive.
Oh, dead or alive.
Yeah, they said that.
Dead or alive, I'd love to have Frida.
Frida Kahlo?
Yes.
Okay.
I'd love to have Gandhi.
Oh.
And the third one would be maybe, maybe David Ho, the artist, who's still alive.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. A great mix. A
Great
great
mix
mix.
of
What would you
trio.
ask Frida? Just on a curious note.
I'd ask her what inspired her, what made her that artist she was.
Mm-hmm.
Why was she, what made her really different? You know, I see her completely different than all the other artists.
Yeah.
But maybe some personal questions there, because what you read and what you see in the movies, it's not really what really happened.
Interesting,
So, you know,
exactly.
yeah, definitely I'll go within deep into her life.
That's nice.
Yes.
That's lovely.
That is lovely. Guys, we're going to play a game
I'm
called
so nervous.
the Creative Face-Off, and the reason I'm kind of saying it slowly is because it's not fantastic. It's called the Creative Face-Off. It's not digital art, but Shireen and I are going to try and maybe do a design that we would like to be featured on your website, which I'm sure you're on your works, which I'm sure you'll pick up straight away. We have 45 seconds to do it, and then you have to choose which is better.
Sure.
But let's open up because we need to choose a style.
So which page of yours do you want us to gain inspiration from? Which one should we
maybe
try to
the-
copy and recreate?
Maybe the last artwork?
So on this,
Yes.
Oh,
my
wow.
God. Oh my. I mean, I could try to draw the...
so I'm just going to say before I share, finally I can share with you my latest
Frame.
artwork. The title is The Chick's Duck, medium digital artwork created in 2020, and this is it. So Shireen and I have 45 seconds. I mean, can you
Set
just
your
give us a
timer.
small background?
Maybe
This
the
is beautiful,
chick,
by
maybe,
the way.
if you want to draw the...
How long?
So that is
how long would this
Deepika,
take?
right?
Yeah, that is the...
What... I just want to ask before we get to this and I, steal the markers off of
Okay,
Casey.
no head starts, Shireen.
Why Deepika? What about her was what made you think like, oh my God, let me include her in this next collection? Are you a
Because...
fan?
Yes.
Okay.
She's a very beautiful woman.
She's amazing. yeah.
She's a great actress.
I'm tagging her right now.
But the thing is, I was actually going through some websites, and suddenly there I saw a picture of her wearing this jewelry for a jewelry brand, and it intrigued me.
Yeah.
And that's where it all started.
She makes for a good muse. That's
Yes,
for
and I was
sure.
like, I need to do this. I really felt passionate about it, so...
And I love that. It's such an eclectic idea. The chick's duck, and then you have like all these ducks around.
Oh, I have another one with a snake.
Oh my God.
How long would this take you?
Oh,
Yeah.
This took me about 2 weeks because it was on and off, on and off, on and off until I was done.
And the detailing, please.
The detailing is amazing.
Guys,
we need to get the
we're
shot up.
gonna put this up so
Everything
you
you
guys
see
see.
there was brush stroked. So my hand, I couldn't. After a while, I just couldn't use
I can
these 2 fingers. Yes.
imagine. I can
Because I'm
imagine.
holding the tablet, the pen,
Yeah.
and just the brush strokes are so hard, and I couldn't even do this.
Imagine.
So it happened to me so many times that I had to stop. Yes.
Well, we won't have to stop because we're going to be very quick. However, we'll have 45 seconds, but if you want to give tips throughout, I would really appreciate them. I have a feeling Shireen is more, I feel like you're more artsy than me.
Oh no. No.
Okay, guys, can you give us a countdown of 45 seconds? Ish.
45 seconds ish. Okay, starting now.
Oh, Lord.
I swear to you, I'm gonna just draw an outline of. This is so embarrassing. When you're actually next to an artist doing this, what am I doing with my life?
Oh, Casey. Oh my God, she's good.
What?
She's
Thank you.
good. Shireen?
No, she actually.
Shireen? No.
I mean, I could
Excuse
never
me.
do that with my duck. Wait, okay, literally.
Casey? No.
Look at the hair.
No, it's
look
not
at the
working
hair.
for you, Casey.
Oh my God, I'm winning.
It's not working for you.
This is my
This was
moment.
what
No,
Casey
no.
had planned because the last competition we
My
had.
moment.
شيرين
I ruined
لا
it.
لا 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 هذا غلط لا
لا،
ما
شيرين.
ما يصير لا 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 people no
It's not
لا.
happening. It's
Casey?
not happening. How many
Thank you. I do
seconds do we have?
conceptual painting.
Wow, no,
What
this is
exactly?
that's supposed to be her arm. It did not reach the
Did
chin.
you just copy my style? Excuse you.
Wait, this is my. Oh, this is not a duck. Why does my duck look like a dog now?
Oh, I've just ruined it.
It looks
Guys,
like
call time so I can take
I'm
the win.
confused.
Is it a dog or is it a bird?
a hybrid? You know, a hybrid.
Yeah. Yes.
This is the frame.
Okay.
You know what? I'll give you this one in case you actually do.
Yes.
It's not good, but I really appreciate your
Congratulations.
support.
We love her support.
Winner!
She has made her pick. Casey, how
Thank
do you
you very
feel?
much.
Thank you so much. I've loved having you on the show.
for having
and we
me.
can't wait to have you for a future episode or anything else, really.
I'd love to. Anytime, I'm here for you.
And
Anytime.
guys, check
Amazing.
out all her pages. We will link her social media handles below.
you.
Go and support.
Thank you very much. Bye, guys. See you next week.
Bye.
Same time, same place.